Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SavvyCast. This is Jamie, and I'm thrilled that you're here today, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast. Okay, since it is grilling season and everyone is thinking about backyard barbecue, picnic, I thought that I would jump on and share 3 of my favorite meats to grill and share with you some things that I'm buying and loving, and one thing I have yet to try, but it's currently being assembled, equipment for my backyard outdoor kitchen. Okay, we had to recently dispose of 2 Rectech pellet grills that we left out. Zane left out one at the farm. I left one out on the deck behind us, and pellets got wet, pellets dried. We didn't stay on top of upkeep, so we had to dispose of 2. So because I wanted one quickly and I didn't want to spend a lot of money, I bought a Pit Boss from Walmart. I'm going to link to everything that I'll be sharing today, recipes and equipment, but we could not be more pleased with that Pit Boss. It's less than $300 and it is fantastic. It's quick. It's got a nice fire pot that has a flame, and then you can smoke with the pellets, so you can use it as a smoker or a grill. And the pellets, of course, give it smoke flavor either way. So we're loving that. Currently, as I speak, I have a friend who's very savvy at putting things together. He is putting together my Traeger flat top grill. That is an outdoor griddle of sorts. It does not have grates. It has a flat top, and it's operated by propane gas. There are no pellets. So the difference in a pellet grill or a grill that has pellets or that kind of smoke, the flat top is like a big outdoor gas kitchen. You can do smash burgers, you can do vegetables, you can do a full breakfast, you can do fajitas. You could do burgers and smaller cuts of meat on a flat top, but you would not want to roast a rack of ribs necessarily, or chicken or a turkey. Those bigger cuts of meat you would want to put on a pellet grill or a smoker. But I'm super excited because in the summer, I love to do lots of grilled veggies, lots of seafood, shrimp, and so forth. And putting all of that on a grill, you've got to have the grates or the griddle pan, or the shrimp will fall through, or the vegetables will fall through, or you've got to put them all on a skewer. This griddle is something I've been wanting for a while. It's basically like when you go into, like, one of our favorite places to eat is Tzatziki's. It's a Greek Mediterranean restaurant. And you go in and they're cooking all the chicken and the shrimp and the salmon just on this big griddle. And that's what this is. So the kitchen will not have to be heated up. We can all sit out and enjoy the weather, and we can be smoking or cooking one thing on the pellet grill and the other we can do on the flat rock. But it's not put up yet, so I haven't tested it, but I'm super pumped about it. So y'all stay tuned. I'm going to share 3 of my favorite things to put on a grill. And I will tell you, these are some of my most popular recipes. And I'm just going to start with the most popular. It has gone viral. I would say this recipe has gone viral about 4 times on the internet, and it is flat iron steak in world's best marinade. Now, my Pinterest buddies, and I'm not on Pinterest that much anymore, but I used to be, and every time I got on Pinterest and any type of food or grilling, there would be a recipe, world's best marinade. So I decided to try out world's best marinade and give my opinion of it. So I did a blog post. Well, I created the recipe flat iron steak and world's best marinade simply by trying the world's best marinade on flat iron steak. And I believe the reason this has gone viral is, first of all, that marinade has been viral for years. It's been a very popular marinade and it is fantastic. But I think flat iron steak is something, it's just not on every corner. You don't see a gazillion recipes for flat iron steak when you're Googling, ideas for grilling. But I want to tell you all, this recipe is outstanding. And I will say, and I'm going to link to all of these, it's effortless to make. The only issue that you're probably going to have, and I've had it, and I'm here in Birmingham, and we've got lots of butcher shops, lots of meat places. Flat iron steak can be a difficult cut to find, and it is similar to skirt steak, hanger steak, but they're different. And flat iron is my favorite cut of those thin, lesser expensive cuts. But I will say, I just said lesser expensive, but I just recently went to the New York butcher shop and I asked if they had flat iron. They said, no, we have to place a special order. And it was not inexpensive. I want to say it was like, at the time, $13 or $14 a pound. So I haven't had any in a while, but if you can get your hands on some flat iron, and we're about to buy half of a steer, so I'll definitely have some from that purchase. Make this recipe, guys. And the marinade is super simple. So you just make the marinade and then you marinate the flat iron 8 hours or overnight, and then you grill it until desired doneness. And I could actually, and I'm sure I will, make this on the flat top griddle, but you can also make it just on a grill if you can make sure that you get your heat controlled well. So that is a winner for sure. The second one I want to mention, Kensington Club steak marinade. Kensington Club is the steak that Zane and I probably ate once a week when we were newly married. We lived in Montgomery, and every Sunday, almost without fail, after church, we would go to the Steak and Ale. And guys, that restaurant was so good. I do not know why it's no longer. It went out of business decades ago. It was our favorite. They had the best brandied mushrooms, and this Kensington Club was what Zane and I both got. So I, over the years, worked to come up with a marinade for steak that gave you a Kensington Club flavor. And I think I've hit it with this one. I've got many comments on this blog post, so you can read those comments. I had a lot of people comment who used to work at Steak and Ale. So the comments are really fun to read on the Kensington Club steak marinade. This marinade has pineapple juice, soy sauce, dry white wine, red wine vinegar, sugar, garlic powder. I use this on filet mignon. That's just the cut that we prefer, but your favorite steak should be great in this marinade. It's just so yummy. It's got sort of a hint of sweet. It's got a little Polynesian vibe, and it's my favorite steak in the world. So I hope y'all will give this a try. Last but not least, Sprite and Dale's grilled chicken. Sprite and Dale's grilled chicken is a recipe that I will say, because I was a teenager. I was probably a preteen living at home, and my mom got a recipe card in the Alabama Electric Co-op bill, our bill. You know, they used to send a recipe with your bill, I guess, to soften the blow of that bill that month. But anyway, this recipe was in one of those bills. I made a blog post out of this. I have never seen this anywhere else on the internet. I also use this Sprite and Dale's marinade with the Genio turkey tenderloin. I'll cut them into little mignons and marinate them just like chicken. Both are fantastic. And guys, this is the beauty of the Sprite and Dale's. It is 3 ingredients. It is Sprite, and you want to use real Sprite because the sugar is important. So you don't want to use Sprite Zero. Oil and Dale's seasoning, and then chicken or turkey. Easiest recipe you can ever make, and it turns out fantastic every time. I will say we prefer the regular Dale's to the reduced sodium. The consistency is different. I just like the old Dale's seasoning. I grew up in North Alabama. I ate at the Dale's restaurant. That's just what I love. I like the way it pours better. I like it. It's my favorite. When we do the Sprite and Dale's grilled chicken or the turkey mignons, we serve on the side, or sometimes if it's just us, no company, I will pour Alabama white sauce over the chicken and or turkey. It's just so good. And I typically, because it's very easily available, I buy Bob Gibson's white sauce at the grocery, and we just use that. You can make your own Alabama white sauce. I think I have a recipe on the blog. If I find it, I'll link to it. But there's nothing better. not to me. It's just great. So guys, try one of these. Then throw some corn on the grill. Make some twice baked potatoes. I've got a recipe for that. I've also got a recipe, and I'll link to it as well, for grilled vegetables that go great with any of these. So these are easy. They're tested and tried, and they're some of our family's favorites. So I hope you'll try them. If you do, please let me hear what you think. I hope you like them. And if you do, I would love for you to rate and review them and leave a comment on the blog post. And as always, friends, I'm so grateful to all of you who are listening. And until next time, you have a fabulous rest of your day. Hi, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the SavvyCast. If you'll take the time to rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes, that would mean so much. As always, thank you for listening and have a blessed day.